with this story now. Families are still waiting for answers after that symbolic funeral for the teenagers who died at Scenery Park's eNCA Tavern in East London. They've been asked to be patient as forensic and toxicology experts work on establishing the cause of death. Speaking during the funeral yesterday, President Cyril Ramaphosa called on the Buffalo City Metro and the provincial government to build recreational facilities for the youth so that they don't get drawn to hanging out on street corners and in taverns. For more on this, let's go to our senior reporter, Aviwa Mtila, who's been covering this story. Aviwa, you know, I've been asking myself for a couple of days now after you having told us that update on the possibility of chemicals and them having possibly, breathed in those chemicals. But that doesn't make sense to me, Aviwa, because there were other people there, like your DJs, adults, for instance, who were serving the alcohol and they didn't die. So I'm just wondering, what other truth have you found so far?
Mr. The experts that I was speaking to suggest that it's either something that was inhaled in close proximity or something that these learners consumed, these teenagers consumed. Hence, we're having the toxicology lab in Cape Town trying to thresh out exactly the toxin that led to these deaths. Also, the substances that they've been consumed when it comes to the alcohol beverages that they were receiving for free, the food contents, just as well as the Hubley pipes. Those have been looked at in Pretoria. Forensics trying to also look at the possibility of the clothes that these students had, these teenagers were wearing. Of course, yesterday we saw the symbolic funeral of 19 of these 21 teenagers, where many promises were made, from recreational facilities to a crackdown on taverns, crackdown on the police stations in Scenery Park, currently where we're at. Just behind me is eNCA Tavern, where these 21 teenagers lost their lives over a week ago. And joining me now is one of the youth leaders of the Scenery Park Youth Forum, that is Thandile Swalani. Thank you for joining us at eNCA, Thandile, but I want your take out of what you took out in the funeral yesterday.
Thank you very much, Aviwa. For me, the most important thing that they said in the funeral yesterday is that they are coming back to the community. We would like to know, when are they coming back, because we have a lot of issues that need to be addressed. All the other promises made throughout the speech will be discussed in the community meeting where they come back to address us. We would like them, when they come back, to bring these entities that we had asked for as the community, so that we can engage further on them. Because remember, they're making a promise and delivering on that actual promise are two different things.
Okay, I want to talk then some of these promises, which included the recreational facilities that the president only now is talking of in Scenery Park. There are more taverns than there are schools here. There are more taverns than libraries or churches. Big concern. What did you take out of this? Do you think these recreational facilities will be done and upheld by government?
This is not a new thing for us. These promises have been made already. We were on a quest to have a library in Scenery Park, and we were told that all the land within Scenery Park has been occupied already. Some of them belong to the farm owner who was previously owning Scenery Park, which is Newco. So there is no land for them to build on. So we would like to know now, where is the land coming from, and they should actually deliver. Our police station is servicing the 4 other areas, which are Dice, Reston, Amalinda and Chicken Farm. It is very small to be servicing these areas. It should also be extended. So yes, they are promising recreational facilities, but actually delivering is a different thing, because whatever they are promising, we have engaged them on those. We wanted to have a recreational park at the top where the funeral was, just opposite that felt. We've been asking them to clear that space so that the funders can assist us in actually building a car spinning place there. But it has not been done as yet. So maybe having the president himself intervening, those promises which were already made will now be delivered.
Now, shocking to hear that there's no land for recreational facilities when there's a tavern in almost every street in Scenery Park. But I want to go to the police that you were touching on earlier. In fact, we were having a casual conversation with some of them, suggesting that they didn't act on the day, where police from other areas had to come and arrest the situation that was happening here. When you have a police station here, hence the Minister of Police said he's bringing in special investigators from National to take a look at what's been happening, given that there have been complaints laid against eNCA Tavern previously, which amounted to nothing. I just want your sentiments on what you heard from Police Minister Pegektan.
Okay, what I heard from the minister is that they will be bringing a national team in to come and assist. But what I want to say is, as much as it would seem like we are fighting with the police, remember the police are also part of our community. And seeing the conditions that they are working under, we need to put pressure on the minister to come in and assist. The police operate with 2 or 3 vehicles that they, as I mentioned, they are servicing all these different areas. There is not enough staff there. So having them come and deliver on these promises will be a great thing for us. Thank you very much.
Okay, just lastly, talk of the drinking age being ramped up to 21. Your sentiments as the youth here in Scenery Park?
Yes, everyone would think that is a good thing. But for us, it doesn't say anything. It doesn't mean anything because still the problem remains. How will you identify the younger kids? Are you going to look at them and say, no, you are now below 21? Are you going to ask them to bring their ID documents every weekend to the tavern and identify them with that? That does not assist in any way. And bringing the age up still does not minimize the number of taverns that we have. Yes, I have seen that the BCM was here to look at all the taverns, but there is no report on what happened to those taverns. A lot of them are on residential areas. They are not business zoned, but they are still here even now. They are going to leave us and we are going to remain with all these taverns. So increasing the age, it does not solve the problem for us.
All right, thank you very much. Tandile Solani is one of the youth leaders in Scenery Park, saying that they've heard it all before, Maseko. They've asked for these recreational facilities where they were told there's no land for the recreation facilities in a place that literally has a tavern in almost in every street, more taverns than there are schools. So now she's hoping that at least when it comes from the president, something might change.
All right, senior reporter Avu Mdila in Scenery Park in East London with that youth leader on their issues. Now.